In the last few minutes, Volodymyr Zelenskyy has written on social media he will be in Turkey waiting for President Putin to begin peace talks to try to end the war, but insisted there should be a ceasefire beginning tomorrow. It follows an address from Putin where he made the offer of direct talks without mentioning a ceasefire. Our international editor Emma Murphy is in Kyiv. Emma, what's your assessment? Where does this leave us?
Well, it is an incredibly murky picture this evening, and after all these years of war, suddenly we have the most incredible amounts of diplomacy, a lot of it done by social media just in the last couple of hours. Let's just backtrack a little bit to yesterday when there was this big summit here in Kyiv, which involved leaders in person from the UK, from Germany, from Poland and France, along with Volodymyr Zelenskyy, and more than 30 others online, all of whom signed up as part of the coalition of the willing to demand from Russia an unconditional ceasefire that was to begin tomorrow. They said at that point they would be able to consider how this situation went forward, and if he wasn't willing to accept that, they would put in very severe sanctions and also increase the support militarily to Ukraine. That was something that President Trump signed up to. And then in the early hours of this morning, there was a response of sorts from Vladimir Putin. He said in a televised address that, yes, he would be willing to have talks with Ukraine on Thursday in Turkey, a country that's mutually supportive to both countries. But he didn't make any reference to the whole conversation about the unconditional ceasefire. During the course of today, there's been lots of speculation as to what that meant, but very much from European leaders, a reiteration of the fact that one way or the other, there had to be this ceasefire before there could be any talks under fire. And then in the last few minutes, we've heard from President Trump on his Truth Social site saying that basically he wants to see Ukraine go to these talks immediately to start the conversation with Vladimir Putin, and that he thinks that there is a way forward, but that they have to have these conversations. And then just after that, we got a response from Volodymyr Zelenskyy saying that he would personally meet President Putin in Turkey on Thursday. But whatever happened, there had to be a ceasefire, and that ceasefire had to start tomorrow morning. At this point tonight, which is around 8 o'clock Ukraine time, there is still no sign of any ceasefire and absolutely no clarity as to where these talks might go.